Welcome to the Smite Force Chronicles, brought to you by a goddamn new year. Let's hope it doesn't suck. Which, the way this game has started leads me to believe that 34 minutes in, we're not off to a great start, you guys. So when we were last here, you may remember that you came from a room with this magical eye that kept manifesting smoke methods and fire snakes and yada yada yada. Stefanos had the hero blow of the game, dousing the fire. You were then visited by the ghost of Chob, who bestowed upon you Christmas gifts. He asked Dinjarin if he'd been an honorable, good person, and Dinjarin, in all honesty, told him no, not so much. He's done a couple of nice things, but a couple of nice things does not a good person make yet. So Chob did not see Dinjarin as having redeemed himself for the Christmas holiday, so he gave all of you gifts, and then left Dinjarin with a gift or a curse, depending on your point of view. The deck of many things. Upon clearing out that room, you've made your way into this central area. You did not long rest. You did not heal up. You went through the door and were met with a mummy king and two henchmen, flanking what seems to be some sort of a metallic magical door heading deeper into the earth. We rolled initiative. We have not begun combat. Combat began when Glory reached out and touched we'll just call it a cellar door, or wherever that thing leads to. When that happened, that kicked off combat. Up to that point, the Mummy King had just been sort of side-eyeing you guys as you made your way around the room. Right now, we have in the room Tempe, Tyros, Dinjarin, and Glory. And then up on the left, just inside the door, is Alexandria. Outside of the room, we have Stefanos, Salem, and Spudnut. All right. On that note, I'm going to click this fun little button that says Begin Combat. Oh. There we go. And yes. So, at the top of the stack is Salem. What would you like Salem to do, if anything?
Salem is going to stay where he is.
All right. Then end Salem's turn. And that fast forwards us to Mr. Tyros.
Yes. Have we engaged? I can't remember. We didn't engage with these guys last time, did we?
Well, you didn't engage in the sense that you didn't attack, but you did engage in the sense that you touched some things within this central room.
Right. Okay, but we haven't actually been in combat with these guys yet.
No, this is the very top of the round. I should have asked you. My bad. 2023. Here's a couple of things that I would love to see change in 2020. I just did this with my other group as well. I want to get your guys' thoughts. Role-playing. So I watched an awful lot of YouTube D&D sessions to sort of understand why sometimes I kind of suck at this. Right? So I'm trying to get better. And one of the things I realized is, in a lot of these games, in the ones that were truly enjoyable, the DM didn't talk that much. Not near as much as I talk. So I talk probably most of the time in these games. In the other games, it was largely the characters role-playing. So everything that they said, the default voice for them was their character. And they only broke character if they needed to get a clarifying whatever, right? So even when they were talking to each other, it was always in character. It wasn't them telling you what their character was doing. It was them actually, having an actual conversation. And there was a lot more conversations happening, right? That was what sort of made the story interesting, because that's how you can make it your own. So I would like to encourage you and potentially give in this game an inspiration point to whoever embodies this idea of role playing the best. The other thing that I thought was pretty interesting. Hold on, I gotta pause your timer so that you don't run out of. Oh, too late. It dinged. The other thing that I noticed was that there was a little bit more planning than I think happens with you guys sometimes. So I had just forgotten that we, at the top of this round, we want to make sure that there's some planning happening, right? So you guys sort of you have an obstacle, you have a puzzle to solve. What's your approach going to be? So I'll pause time. You guys are just we aren't going to redo. No one's gone yet. But now's the time when those of you within earshot of each other can scheme, right? Those of you, unless you're shouting, those in the other room can scheme with each other, but not necessarily with the people in the room. So I'll give you guys a chance to do that and just sort of see how this goes. You don't have to voice act, by the way, but it's just, although that would be awesome. It's really just when you're talking to each other, it's within character. Right, it's not like a voiceover describing what your character is doing. It's just be the character, even if it's in your own voice. And I think that's a big pivot. Cool. I believe the leader of this posse historically has been Glory. Has that changed, or is she still the leader? Awesome. So Glory, wrangle your team here. Which is fitting since you did touch the gate.
I was gonna say, if anybody else wants to be leader for a while, I'm totally fine with that. So totally fine with being a follower for right now. So
anyone raising their hand? Anyone? Dinjarin, I'm surprised that you're not jumping on this opportunity.
I think Jinjarin's visiting his native healer.
Ah, yeah, that's probably true.
Well, then let's. How about this? How about we put it up for an anonymous vote in the Discord channel, and put everyone's name, and then everyone vote who they think should be leader. Then no feelings are hurt. And
I had to run out real quick. I was just gonna say, why don't we keep Sarah as a leader until we finish this campaign, and then we can vote.
We can swap leaders each campaign. So,
or maybe after the battle. Maybe after the battle.
Yeah. Do we have a plan other than smiting? No, I would say no. Right, leader.
Adam, that sounds like leader talk. So maybe, yeah.
All right, so
Tyros knows what to do.
So if you guys aren't gonna, it's like if you guys are, if it is what it is, as they say, you're in battle. So
okay, I have to drop now. So just for a few minutes.
What do you want Dinjarin to do?
Yeah, just you guys do whatever you need me to do. I'm good at killing, so.
Yeah. Cast spell. Right.
All right, so Tyros, what's your play?
Well, Tyros is going to use his firebolt, but because we have just gotten into combat, I do have advantage. So I've targeted the Mummy King. Throw my firebolt at him.
And you hit.
And I hit. And with that, what do we do damage? Oh, wow. That's
19 damage.
That's a lot of blood.
What the heck?
Ew, I got blood on me.
Did you level up? What happened?
Got a new weapon.
That wasn't. That was a normal damage roll.
But you did 19 points of damage?
That was with my firebolt.
Wow. That is insane. Well,
I didn't use critical.
no, you
Oh,
did
yeah,
some.
You get
2d10.
extra D10 when you reach 5th level, so you
Yeah, I
got
got 2d10 damage.
Yeah, so you did 27 points of damage total. Or no, I'm sorry, you brought him down to. You did 19 points of damage, right?
Yeah. So, and to the right of me, is this a this is a sarcophagus on the ground, correct?
Well, it seems to be from where you stand. It looks like some sort of a sarcophagus.
It has some height.
Yeah, it
Right.
has some height. It does have some height. I do
Okay.
have a question for you. It says advantage 17. Do you roll that with advantage or something?
I did, because I get advantage the first time around if we engage in combat and the creature hasn't attacked.
Got it.
If he was up on the list first, I wouldn't have advantage on this first attack.
Got it. Okay. That's what I was just trying to understand, so I
Yeah.
did what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, the rest of this encounter with him or the skeletons, I won't have advantage unless I am hiding.
Awesome. Cool. Well, he's hurt.
And then with that, why can't I move my character? Oh. I am running over here and hiding.
You will die first.
nice shot, mate.
So he's not pleased. All right. So end your turn. You've now hidden. You make a dexterity stealth check. Did you roll your stealth check?
I am just. Oop. I don't know what that was. Sorry, these are just random rolls. The wrong button.
You rolled for initiative. Let's get rid of that. That never happened. That never happened.
Dexterity saving.
Okay, and it's against his dexterity.
For hiding?
Yes, you're trying to hide from him, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So you're hidden.
Excellent.
Awesome. So you're hidden. It is now the skeleton's turn. Coming in, and I just somehow close his thing. There it is. I've got weird artifacts going on. All right, so you know what? I know it's been bothering me. I have to go in and turn down the music, but I can't figure out how. Did you guys hear music playing?
Yep, it's quiet.
There, okay, there we go. All right, so Sarah, the skeleton comes around, targets you, because you are right there, and attacks with its short sword.
Yeah. Ah.
Oh dear, it's animated.
Yeah, and it attacked with advantage because it's flanking you, but it still missed.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe the year of the rabbit will bring me luck.
It could. Alexandria.
All right. Well, so how high are the ceilings in here, DM?
On the edges, they start at around 20 feet, and they arc up at the top. Did I not give you the narrative? Hold on.
I mean, I think you did.
Well, I think it's worth you knowing the characteristics of the room. That would be. It would behoove
It's 30
me.
feet at its highest point, is what the narrative says.
Oh, how'd you find that?
It's in the chat. Anyway, well, since it seems like the ceilings are high enough for me to fly in here, I'm going to lift off the ground a little bit and then fly on over.
Flying on over to something.
Flying on over to the Mummy King.
Awesome. And just be aware that if you get too high, it is a cave ceiling. It's carved, right? So it's not completely smooth.
Gotcha. Okay, and then I'm going to land next to him.
Awesome. And he does spin towards you as he sees you coming his way.
Awesome.
Beware of stalagmites.
Stalagmites or stalactites? They're tight to the ceiling, isn't it?
I do not remember, but I definitely left that joke open, so thanks for taking it.
Now, what I'm wondering is, are you saying that in character?
Oh yeah, Tempe is all about science and geology. Come now, Alexandria, smite him.
You remember how to smite him?
I do remember how to smite him. I love to smite.
So you do hit the Mummy King. God help you guys if you kill my bad guy this early.
I will take my second attack though. For the people!
I had a feeling.
Child does not need to see my.
Is that a Snuggie that you're wearing, Sarah?
It's called my cocoon. It's my when I'm super ultra depressed, I go into a cocoon and then I cry myself to sleep every night.
Holy crap, why are you ultra depressed? Well, that's probably not for now, but we'll follow it later. Hey, Adam Helper.
We're talking to you.
Does she want to roll a character?
Should I go after this guy or these two guys? Yeah.
All right, so the Mummy King's turn. I'm not hearing sound effects this game. Are you guys still hearing sound effects?
No, I saw the firebolt. But
Don't we usually hear things?
The animations are there, but yeah, you're right. I haven't heard any effect.
Yeah, I think there's something a little weird. A little weird going on.
I'm too worried about it. I'm just glad we're playing.
All right. There we go. All right, so the Mummy King. The Mummy King has a couple of fun things it can do. It is a mummy, as you know. So it's going to go with a standard rotting fist attack on Alexandria. Because I believe you are within melee range. Crap. And you miss. But,
It'll take more than that to hit me. Ha 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 ha.
well, that's good because it also has something as a multi-attack called Dreadful Glare. Right, so do your saving throw. What did you get? A 5.
5.
All right, so you failed your saving throw. You are now frightened until the end of the next mummy's next turn. So this turn plus the next turn. Did you fail by 5 or more? You got a 5?
Yes.
You did fail by 5 or more. You are also paralyzed for the same duration. So you are both frightened?
Nothing scarier than the unjust hierarchy implied by this mummy king lording over his army of skeletons.
Sounds like we should go to coffee and discuss this.
All right, so that ends the Mummy King's. Actually, no, that doesn't end the Mummy King's turn. So he is sees that you're incapacitated. You're terrified. He's moving next to Alexandria. I mean, next to Glory, and ready for his next turn. Glory gets targeted by the skeleton. The good news is this time the skeleton is not flanking. And features attacks with its short sword.
2 seconds. Oh, what? Are there so many people around me?
Yes, you are very much surrounded. But you went for the door. So that ends. The skeleton's going to just sort of hang tight. And this brings us to Dinjarin, who I believe is not back yet. So Dinjarin is a melee character, right? And I would wager that Dinjarin would approach the Mummy King and try to attack. Would you all agree?
Might cast a spell first. He does like to throw out his magic before he engages.
Does he have magic?
Yeah, cantrips.
Oh, heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy magic.
Use of magic.
Oh, that's true. So does anyone want to, let's see. He has Divine Sense, Channel Divinity. I'm sorry, passive attributes. Where is the spells? Spellbook, there it is. Searing Smite. Does that sound like something he's done?
Maybe.
Shield of Faith, Thunder Smite, Bless, Detect Evil. No. Oh, he can do things at 2nd level as well. Branding Smite. He also has Thunderclap.
He's done that.
Each creature, but that's each creature within 100 feet. So that would be all of you. So I don't think he would do that. I wasn't prepared to play his character. What does he have as a... Would he try to restrain with hold person? Yeah, I don't see... You guys, I don't see any rain... Like, I don't see any... These are all, like, buffs.
Yeah.
Although, maybe he would...
I don't believe...
Thunderclap before.
He's done Thunderclap.
Yeah, I don't believe he has a ranged... I don't think he has a ranged weapon. It's all... I think they're all melee.
He could,
But,
you know,
yeah,
he
any
could...
ranged stuff has been spells.
He could do the Hunter's Mark. So if he does the Hunter's Mark, then the character gets additional damage. So let's assume that he does that. Or do you think he would just go and whack it with his maul? And you guys, like, I kind of want you guys to weigh in because I don't want to.
I do think he would whack it.
For his action? Yeah, that was my initial thought. He runs in.
Does he have his helmet though? Because that he can come in for the attack and hit with the maul, and then the helmet will propel the creature away.
Yep, he has that. All right, so he has this. Let me bring open this guy. And he's been using his spiked chain, correct? Most of the time?
Yes.
So he hits with the spiked chain.
Because that's a 10-foot range for him too.
Oh, are you kidding me? So he smites the Mummy King. The Mummy King is now dead. I'm just beside myself with disappointment. So, but at least Alexandria's a little messed up, at least for part of that turn. But Alexandria, as the Mummy King's corpse falls to the ground, with, let's just be honest, very anticlimactically, you suddenly feel the blood rush back to your muscles. You feel your nerves start to tingle. You're no longer paralyzed, and that makes you feel kind of okay. This battle has really turned around, and the fright that you had from this Mummy King, that it instilled in your heart when it gazed into your eyes, dissipates. And you find yourself standing, fairly confident, in a pool of blood just to the left of a mummy corpse. Dinjarin looks smugly at Glory and says, "You owe me one."
I wouldn't go that far. Say thank you.
Then he's like, "All right, then, you're on your own." And he takes the rest of his movement and moves away, leaving you flanked by 2 skeletons. Ends his turn.
Is he socially unaware of sarcasm or pride?
I'm playing him like I think he would. All right, so Stephanos, you hear this blood splattering and bits falling to the floor, and you're outside the room. From where you stand, the door was closed for some reason. Did you close the door on purpose, or did someone close the door? I don't think anyone. I think someone must have accidentally closed it. So from where you stand, Stephanos, you can see blood splatters. You can see the dead Mummy King. You never even made it into the room. You can also see a skeleton attacking Glory, and from the west, and a skeleton attacking or flanking her from the east.
Yep. I am going to. Oops. Okay, I didn't finish my move, but I was going to move into the room. My full distance.
Awesome. So as you come into the room, you see the grandeur of the room, this nice arched domed ceiling. You see that sarcophagus sort of off center in the middle of the room. It's a little off-putting because it's not as symmetrical as you'd please, that would please you, but it is still there.
Yeah. I'm going to use my word.
Are you just being very quiet and silent and still, or did we lose you? I see David moving.
Oh,
Adam, are you? Adam's moving.
I think we lost her.
What are the odds? With this game so far today, pretty good, really. Let's be frank. Let me text her and see if she's because she's like cliffhanger.
I love when you're just talking to yourself on mute and you like contribute to the conversation and nobody says anything and you're like, oh, nobody likes me, and then you realize you've been on mute for the past 3 minutes. It's really affecting my self-esteem.
Ah. So I think Stephanie's gone. She said she was going to use her. Let's take a look at her character. I would wager she was going to use her blah 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 spell book. She wants to use Word of Radiance on the 2 mummies. All right. She just texted me, so she's rebooting. So she's targeting this mummy, and she's targeting this mummy, and she's using Word of Radiance. In Word of Radiance, if she utters a divine word and a burning radiance erupts from you, each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage. So boom. Ooh. Oh wait, I wonder if she wants to do it at what level is this? Oh, it's a cantrip. Cool. So she's gonna fire it off. Here we go. Place a measured template. That'd be right about. There?
I'm back on, by the way, everyone.
Ooh, 2d6.
Oh, welcome
I'd asked
back.
how your witch doctor was and if you got your salves that you needed.
There's her
What's that?
divine radiance. And what did they have to save?
What? Why do I look like a sunburst?
Well, that's her. That's where she cast
Yeah.
the.
Spell range.
Wow. I feel blessed. I have such good friends.
All right. So that's that. She did not hit, and that ends her turn. This brings us to Tempe.
Taste my chain, skeleton man. See if I can face you. Face me.
Yeah. Yeah, if you shift and use your arrow keys, it'll aim it right where you want to go. But you may not have
Alright.
arrow keys.
I was gonna get my arrows ready, but we're just gonna spike chain this guy. Target.
Spiky chain.
Wait, did you guys already kill the Mummy King?
You did.
Yeah,
You did.
you killed the Mummy King. Yeah,
Oh.
although, to be fair, David took more than half its life with one hit.
Okay, so again, why should I be owed to Dinjarin if he simply kicked the...
So some backstory since you weren't here. So yeah, your character, after we figured out what would Dinjarin do, which was hard because I didn't know your character that well. You moved into place, attacked the Mummy King with your spiked chain. Its corpse fell to the ground, and you told Gloria that she owed you one. And then she was snarky, so you said you're on your own with the skeletons, and you backed away. Does that sound about what you would do?
Yeah, that's about right.
All right. I figured so much. All right. All right, so Tempe, your turn is over, correct?
No, because I hit the skeleton, I can choose to grapple him or trip
Okay.
the skeleton, in which the opponent must make a strength or dexterity check. The target chooses the ability to use against the trip. I'm going to go with the trip, and if he fails, or she, they is prone.
Okay, so it's a strength or a what? What one?
Strength or dexterity. Athletics or acrobatics. You may choose. But yeah, I want to prone that guy because he's right on Glory's back.
Athletics or acrobatics. So he's going to choose acrobatics.
I figured skeletons don't have muscles. Can't be very strong.
All right. Roll.
Who are they?
Bad guys.
Are they gonna fight?
Oh yeah.
So he rolled a 7. What did he have to hit?
Wah, wah. 8 plus.
All right. So it is now prone.
Yep.
So Tempe gets a good attack in, and then on top of that, you see this skeleton just like fall to the ground and clatter, clatter, clatter. And that ends that oh, that's your turn. It's not skeleton's turn. So you have all your movement left if you want to move.
I used my movement. So it's Glory's turn.
All right. So Gloria, you are up. You're
Okay.
facing one skeleton. The one behind you, you hear fall to the ground.
Cool. I'm gonna use my bone staff on... Oh, these skeletons don't have cute little punny names. Alright. The skeleton that I am semi-facing, I'm going to target and use my bone staff against.
Bone staff, not lost on me. I get it.
Nice.
And I
So,
hit. Do I do
you hit
my,
hard.
Bone staff.
Do I do my damage roll?
Yep. Yeah, you hit. Do your damage. A solid 16 of damage. So, yeah, this skeleton, you see its rib cage just sort of like accordion, right? As this blow hits it and this shockwave moves through its body. It looks stunned.
Then, as Glory looks upon the almost carnage of this skeleton, she takes a quick look at Dijarin and says, and just kind of, you can't see me, but just kind of is like, match that.
Okay.
And smiles a little, so he knows it's not like trying to be socially aware of his shortcomings. Anyways, so if I move,
You can if you move,
does he get a
he gets an
swipe at
opportunity
me?
attack. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Only one of them.
Then-
The other skeleton's prone.
Oh, okay. Then I am going to not move because my next goal is to look at this cage thing. Anyways, okay. 1 second as I end my turn. But things are in my way. Why can't I move it? There. Okay. Well, thanks.
All right. So this brings us to Salem. It can move as much as it wants, but you've taken
we
an
not
attack.
rolling for-
Oh, I'm sorry.
no,
I'm
we
sorry.
need
We're at the
roll.
top of the round.
That's
Yeah. Roll for initiative,
Yeah.
everybody.
I was watching some TikToks about like how you get like this TV and you create like you put it as a table and you put like the image or whatever on it and then people can come and sit around the table and they play on the TV.
Look pretty cool. I have the monitor to my right. I got in case we ever wanted to play in person. It sits flat on a tabletop. It has little rubber feet on the bottom, and it's a touch screen, so you can like drag your character around.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
One of these days. One of these
My
days.
roll for initiative button doesn't come up.
Your what?
My roll for initiative button that usually comes up didn't come up.
Your character sheet.
It's on your
Okay.
or go. Oh, you rebooted. So right click the two little crossed swords in the upper right hand corner in that little little chat area,
Oh, got it.
and it'll open that thing back up.
Okay.
Awesome. Oh, I like your dice. You're a dice. All right. So that is the round, and next round.
Salem still up top.
So Salem is up top.
Salem is hold on. Shit. Is gonna move towards the door and just be inside, but kind of like in the corner, not really trying to. Actually, you know what? How Salem can go 30 feet. Actually, Salem's just gonna come inside the door and stay within the shadows. Very cautious not to bring any attention to himself. And that will end his turn.
Awesome. That brings us to Glory. To you.
Alright. Glory wants to finish the meal that she has started. So,
The meal, huh?
yeah. It's a chicken bones. Reminds her of chicken bones. Alright, she is going to use her bone staff again on this skeleton without name and finds herself to be not in great.
Wanting.
Yeah. That's why is it not popping up?
Popping up what? You missed.
Oh, I missed. Oh.
Yep, you missed the skeleton. So, yeah, you came up wanting. I thought that's what you were saying. You came up wanting. So you missed. Do you have a bonus attack or anything? I don't
no,
think you do.
I don't.
All right, then your choices are to move or end your turn.
End my turn. Thanks.
Why does it say that you're stunned? Does anyone else see that she's stunned?
Yeah.
Is that the squiggly line?
Yeah, up in her. This is like the little swirl.
It also looks like she's prone. Because there's a
Oh,
little.
no, the prone is to the right is the skeleton. The skeleton is prone.
Is that the blessed that Stephanos gave her? Not stunned, but that blessing.
No, that's. Yeah, I don't know. Did you get stunned in the last game or in the last room?
Maybe. Not in the last room, but when we first came in here, I might have been stunned. I don't remember.
Okay, I'm removing stunned from you.
Yeah, I don't think she did.
Yeah, I don't know how that got applied to you.
Blessed. How did I manage to miss? Like, that seems very fishy. What else?
Well, you hit last time, but also you're not blessed.
Oh.
Like, no one is blessed right now.
That thing that Stephanos... whatever, I'll look at it up. Thanks.
No, I mean, but I don't think that Stephanos has blessed anyone recently. That doesn't last forever.
I haven't.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. Well, on that note, Stephanos, you are up.
Because I got logged out, were you able to apply the
You did.
cantrip?
Yeah, so you did that, and it missed both targets.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna
Yep.
try again.
All right. So you're gonna do the radiate or something.
Word of radiance.
Word of radiance. Place the measurable template on top of glory. So, Glory, you have to roll a Constitution saving throw because you're within the area. So look in the chat window. There should be a little...
Oh my gosh, sorry. I thought it only hits the ones that I targeted.
You utter the divine word and burning radiance erupts. So Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, it reads that only each creature of your choice that you see within range.
Yeah, I removed
Yeah.
Glory's rolls, so she should be good to go. So did they pass the saving throw? Anyone?
I didn't see any dice roll.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
So
So they roll. So one rolled a 15 and the other rolled a 12. What did they have to get?
Let's see. Each creature of your choice that can see it must succeed a Constitution saving throw,
Yeah.
or
So what's
take 1d6 radiant damage.
and your Constitution is 16 plus 3, so it's 19. So they both failed.
Nice.
So they need to take how much radiant damage?
1d6.
1d6. So you're rolling it at a first level, or are you going to roll it at your 5th level?
Isn't it against her spellcasting DC? Not her I think
Is it
most
against her
spells
spell
are-
casting?
I think most spells, when you cast a spell, it's against your spell casting DC, which
Hold
is
on,
under the spell book tab on your.
Oh, DC 14. Okay, so one of them. I got it. So it's a wisdom. Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw, DC 14. Interesting. I don't know why I was using against the Constitution. That'd be more of a check. Okay, so one of them has to do. So it's radiant damage, you said, and it's what's the damage and at what level you said? 1d6, or are you doing a 2d6 at level 5?
Oh, when
'Cause
you
you're
reach
le-
level
you're-
5, yeah, I guess that. If I'm level 5, then 2d6.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're level 4. You're not quite level 5. So yeah, it's 1d6. So go ahead and roll a 1d6.
Okay. How do I roll a 1?
Under the chat window.
Okay.
On the bottom right.
Yeah,
It's a
cl-
square.
All right.
Click the die once and then hit roll. Dang.
Ooh, nice.
And that goes to which one of these guys? This guy here. And we take him down by 6. Which you see the skeleton fall to the ground, dead. Dead as a dead thing can be. So it is now
Skeleton.
dead.
Skeleton.
And then, as that happens, as that happens, you see your spell fade away. He says, "There it is. Now fade away." Awesome. Are you doing anything else on your turn? Moving or any of that?
That's it.
All right.
Well done.
Done indeed. Alexandria, you are up. You
Amazing.
are good to go now. You're no longer damaged in any way. The skeleton is not facing you. It is prone, and it is also... No, it's just prone. It's prone until its turn.
All right. Well, you're free now. You don't have to. You're no longer under the thumb of that tyrannical mummy king. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to do this. Well, I can respect that.
And the skeleton's really not up for talking. You do hit the skeleton. Solid hit.
All right.
And you do have advantage as it. All right. So, yeah, you do a solid 8 points of damage on this thing, but it's still standing.
Well, not for long.
Don't count me out yet.
I spoke too soon. So you rolled you got a crit, did you not?
Mm-hmm.
So, not only do you thwack the skeleton and this thing falls to the ground in a heap next to its pal, you also rolled a critical hit, so let's see what happens. Critical carnage. Party animal. Your target pulls out a mug of ale to dull the pain and finds themselves intoxicated for the next 1d4 rounds. Sadly, your target is dead. Otherwise, you would have had to deal with a drunk
that beer
skeleton.
in hell.
So you see this.
Pulling out
You see this
from
sort of this sort of ghostly ale mug appear above the skeleton and just sort of pour on top of the skeleton. Moment of silence for little Zippy. All right, so here we are. You guys are no longer in combat. Everything seems to sort of be above board. You guys did a lot of damage. So let me end this combat and auto assign.
Good smiting, team.
Indeed.
Yes.
So you took got some experience points after that battle. you find yourself in the room, and free movement. I have to end combat, I believe. Oh no, I already did. Free movement is available. So, now that you have a moment, and you do notice that there's like these. Hold on one second. The Mummy King, and the two skeletons' corpses are laying there. Are you doing anything with them, or just leaving them be?
Let's investigate the Mummy King. I don't want him coming back to life. Does he have like some sort of amulet that's gonna his power or something like that?
Well, you need to roll a nature check.
Yeah, the Mummy King may have some sort of knowledge tucked away somewhere in his robes or something.
Check.
Could be helpful.
Yeah, I want to walk over and kind of start rummaging through his pockets and stuff. See if I can sense any magic. What do I roll?
Arcana.
Why won't it let me? Oh wait, I was punching the wrong one. Arcana.
So your Arcana is 17. So yeah, so you don't get much coming from this Mummy King at this point. If there was any magic in this mummy, it has since left him.
Cool story. I would like to walk over to the. I'm not going to touch this gate. Somebody else can do that. I learned my lesson the first time. I'm going to walk over to this crypt, and I'm just going to observe the markings on it and see if there's anything that I can understand from the markings.
All right.
Do I have to roll something, or does anybody else want to do anything?
Well, hold on. I'm turning the corpses into a lootable. That's a pile.
So.
It's a pile.
When I click the remove blood button, does it remove it for everybody, or is it just on my screen?
Just yours. I see blood.
I just wasn't sure.
So it looks like Alexandria. You see her sort of going through the corpse of these dead characters in your periphery.
What? No.
Got some platinum scarab of protection. That's gonna be handy.
And so, Glory, what did you want to do? So, Glory, Dinjarin, Tyros, and Tempe are all around the sarcophagus.
Yeah. Let's say we work together and just lift off the top. Just go for it.
Let me see if I know anything about any of the markings or any kind. Like maybe I can sense anything. Can I do an Arcana check on the crypt?
Well, you can do an Arcana check. So, I think you're sort of. What are you trying to understand?
I want to. So here's my thought. I think the only way to get past the gates is to somehow open the crypt. I think that's my theory. But I want to see if there's like a way around it without having to open up this crypt, which I think holds the Mummy Queen.
We already killed the Mummy Queen. She dead.
Oh, then the princess? I don't know. Whoever's supposed to be in this thing. Like, is the image on there going to tell us anything about what's inside? Like, when Egyptians buried their royalty, right? There were things that were given to them to help them on the other side, or things that they enjoyed or liked in all the works. So that's kind of what I'm trying to understand about this, as well as, like, I don't know, anything.
So roll an investigation check first.
Okay.
And you see, and as you're doing this, you're studying this thing. You're seeing Dinjarin is sort of slowly raising his maul up high. So you get a 13. So, yeah, this is definitely a tomb. You see some strange markings on it. You see symbols that you've not seen before. It looks like the tomb of some sort of royal or someone of importance. Probably not the mummy, right? But it could have been the mummy. You really can't tell. If you really want to know if you've seen these symbols, you need to now roll a history check.
Okay. Does anybody else want to roll a history check?
Yes.
Thanks.
Let's do one.
All right, so you are Alexandria 10, 8, 10.
Well, all right. Well,
Anyone else?
I'm trying to pull up the sheet to do it.
All right.
Oh, dark. I'm getting confused with my other character. I was like, wait, I think I have a spell for that, but it's the other character.
we know everything.
Yeah, so Tempe. So Tempe, looking at this thing, and he sees this is something very special. These writings, they seem to warn. Seem to warn you, or there's some sort of warning that disturbing this, disturbing this tomb could be good, could be bad. It's hard to say, but there is something interesting inside.
Trying to tell me a
Roll
21.
the dice, baby.
Did Tempe say that out loud to everybody?
I did. Do I need a strength check? Let's pop this sucker open.
So the second he says something good, I just smash my maul down at the top of it to try to smash it open.
Okay, roll a strength check.
Love it, Dinjarin.
Oh, wait, hold on, there we go. Ability check.
I'm gonna do some charcoal rubbings on it if I saw any sigils, but no, can't do that.
Oh yeah,
now.
you hit this thing hard, and Dinjarin brings his maul down upon this. It doesn't break the lid, but you see it like dust sort of like burst from all of the edges, and he's broken the seal, and you guys hear this thunderous, crash from his maul smashing into this thing, and a moment later, you hear the sound of a squish. As right behind Glory, from the center of the room,
God damn it!
drops a creature.
Oops, I guess it wasn't good. It was a bad thing.
Still want to open it.
So,
But
it's funny because as Dinjarin, as like we were waiting for this, I was taking a couple steps back, and so in theory, I should be like the squish and me bumping into him would have been at the same time.
So you want him to fall on top of you, is what I'm hearing?
No, it's fine. We're good. We're good.
Oh, I like that idea.
it's within 20 feet of me. If it attacks us, and if it's hostile, I do have my helmet on, so it would have to roll a saving throw to see if it was afraid, and then back away potentially.
Well, here is what dropped from the ceiling.
Oh my god, that's...
That's
Don't blame me. I voted for Prozac.
So guys, I hate to say this, but roll for initiative.
Yeah.
I don't hate to say that.
Oh, you love to say it.
What the hell is that?
So at the top of the, after everyone rolls, I will let you ask that question in character.
You can't destroy a crypt and then be like, "What's that?" Like, and act surprised.
I
Like,
get always surprised if a monster drops down.
no, you can't.
So
a 7. Of
the
course
blood-
I'd be surprised.
the blood has barely settled into the floor. You see it mixing with the dust, and you find yourself once again in combat. Dinjarin, or all of you in character, what's your plan for the top of this? What do you want to know? What are you going to do?
So my plan was, when it fell, I flipped around and just said, "What the hell is that?" And I just want to try to see if I can figure out what it is.
Roll a nature check.
Which I am not good at, so. Squishy thing.
Yeah, all you know is it's got tendrils, a giant eye, and some big ass teeth. Who else can see it? So you said you flipped around. Yeah, so you did flip your character, right? Good. Gloria, you don't see anything. You only hear you're being flanked from behind. Alexandria, you see it out of your periphery. Adam, you see it out of your periphery. David, you see it. If any of you want to roll a nature check, feel free.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. Oh,
And Gloria, I'll give you a free action if you want to spin around. I think that would be fair, if something drops behind you.
I was gonna play the. Did you guys hear that? What was that?
Well, they will answer you. So we've got
I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna
So
go
Stephanos.
with the like.
Yeah, Stephanos is like, oh crap, I know what this thing is. It's a roper.
Mr. Roper?
Hold on. And what you know about this roper, what'd you get? You got a 17? Is, man, this thing is a monstrosity. It's large. It's neutral evil, right? It's got an armor class of 20. Right? So that means to hit this thing, you're gonna have to beat a 20. Right? It's tough. It's got advantages on perception. It's got advantages on stealth. Right? It's got a proficiency bonus of an additional 3 points. And as you found out, a roper is interesting because, you guys were battling, flying around this room, Alexandria, and you saw some stalactites? Mites? Did we decide what's from the top? Tight?
I think it's
Stalactite,
tight.
right? Yeah.
They hang
So
on tight.
this thing looked like a stalactite. I can reshare the image if you want to see it again while I'm describing it. There you go. Bloop. So, if you look at the bottom, it looks like the ceiling, right? So it's pretty interesting. You know that this thing is like, living in caves and caverns throughout the Underdark. Ropers feast on whatever they can catch and seize. It eats any creature, from Underdark beasts to adventurers. It has the appearance of a stalagmite or a stalactite, which often allows it to attack with surprise. The creature can move slowly using thousands of sticky cilia beneath its base, and it creeps up cave walls and along stone ceilings, finding the best possible position from which to attack. It had positioned itself over this tomb for good reason. It has 6 tendrils, which is a lot, right? And it does have multi-attack, so it doesn't make 1 attack. It doesn't make 2 attacks. It doesn't make 3 attacks. It can make up to 4 attacks, but not more than 4, right? And you also know that it tries to use its tendrils to drag its victims into its mouth.
Of course. Looks hungry.
Yeah. So
I wonder if since it's been in a cave, like bright lights might blind it, or just like light and fire seems like that would do things to it.
Well, it has one eye.
The eye does seem like vulnerability.
I think we should try to get rid of the eye, or just I have darkness, whatever, but then that kind of gives us a disadvantage too. So
I'm gonna definitely use bless in my next move to free of y'all.
I can try to shoot fire at it.
Well,
Send some of those things.
I'm gonna try that.
So, hey, Thomas.
Yes, sir.
I had accidentally rolled initiative twice when I was doing a nature check, and it dropped me down in level. I was my initial initiative roll had me at 24 in top of the round.
Hmm.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you can
I did the
reverse
same
that.
thing. I was at 28. Just kidding. I got a nice 5.
Does that please you? Taking
Yes,
initiative,
'cause
taking
that
top
gives me-
initiative from Tempe.
How do you get a 5 initiative?
When I drag and drop them, it just restacks them.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You said it's only like neutral evil? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Do we want to try to talk to it? Or are we just smite it?
Oh, you want to try talking?
Let's talk to it. Yeah.
I suggest Alexandria.
I was gonna say, you have a couple of evil companions who might be able to.
Once again, I really object to this neo-colonialist kind of black and white morality system that you're imposing onto me here, okay?
I was referring to myself. I speak in multiple per people, so I don't know what your alignment is. Mine is definitely, both of mine are definitely not good. So
I can speak to animals, but this does not appear to be an animal. This appears to be a monster.
I can say with certainty that with my character, as soon as that roper dropped, I took a reactive shot at him. So I don't think I would have even thought to talk to it, especially looking at it.
No.
Are you just gonna judge it by what it looks like? Shallow.
Yes.
it could be a cool pet. It could have been like, we could have stored it at our house, watched our goods for us, who knows?
So are you going to try to talk to it?
No, it sounds like Tyros would have just shot it immediately.
I would have shot it with my firebolt.
So.
All right, do it.
All right.
Which is, so as soon as that thing dropped down, I spun around, shot it with my firebolt.
Oh.
Oh,
and I hit.
It did not like us.
No. So there's my damage.
Oh, pretty good.
Wow. You and your damage.
I had sneak attack on this one, which I had forgotten about last time because I had advantage. So another 8 damage on him.
So this thing's tendrils are flopping around.
So, needless to say, I nearly pooped my pants.
I have no idea what that sounds like, by the way.
We can't understand a single word. It sounds like blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and via your nature check,
like
it doesn't speak any language. I should have mentioned that in your nature check.
So, yeah, with that, I got freaked out because I heard the clash of Dinjarin's maul smashing or cracking the top of the sarcophagus. This roper dropping. I just took my shot and I am moving away.
All right. You gonna hide?
And that's my turn. Yes, I am. Which one am I rolling again for hiding? Is that
Click
dexterity?
Click hide. Don't you have a hide button?
Yeah,
I do, but I need to roll something for hide.
Yeah, doesn't it ask you?
Okay.
It'll tell you. Stealth. Dexterity, stealth.
Oh, dexterity, yes. Yeah. Okay.
And you'll need to beat a 7. And you do. You are hidden.
Yeah, I'm hidden.
Question
Right,
for the GM.
Yeah.
Because Stephanos is behind it, and Gloria and I are in front of it, like directly in front of it. Is it technically flanked, or do you have to be like within 5 feet?
It's flanked.
Okay.
Well, I mean, unless it turns around before she gets to it.
Okay. So she gets an advantage then, unless it turns around, correct?
Yep. Yeah, and the flanking should handle that for you.
Awesome.
All right, so Tempe, you see Tyros hit this thing really hard, and it gives you some hope. You do not have clear line of sight. It's good enough to shoot if you were going to do a ranged weapon, but a fumble will hit one of your friends.
Yeah. I want to hop up on the sarcophagus and hopefully add injury to insult. But it says the attempted token movement collides with at least one wall.
Yeah, it's tough. If you wanna hop up, it'll be a little tricky. You have to roll. I think is it athletics check? Hold on.
That's what I assumed.
Let me make sure. I think it's athletics. It's been so long since you guys did anything but thump things. Let's see here. Athletics, acrobatics.
We've gotten so good at thumping things.
Yeah, it's athletics.
All right.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. All right, so you easily jump up on top of this thing. I'll move you. Where'd you want to be?
Just right in the middle of the person.
Hold on.
Perfect.
I gotta move you up. Wait, whoops. So you're effectively on top of it.
All right.
Because as you can see, there's a lid on top of you. So
I know, like a lid that should be moved.
well, it's not. It bounced. It didn't move off yet. It's now, but it is free.
Yeah.
All right. So there you are.
Is that my action, or do I still get to shoot at this thing?
No, you can still shoot. You can move.
All right.
You are above Glory, but if you fumble, you can shoot over Glory easily. But if you fumble, you will hit her.
Bring it up. Come on. Reaction. Hands free. Trying to double click my bow, but it's not doing anything.
Did you target the roper?
There it is. Oh, no, that's it. Ha. Targeted. I want to shoot at this thing's eye. So I'm calling my shot. And I still think I'm at normal, right? Yep.
Yep.
So
Oh, you're gonna wait. Are you calling your shot?
Yeah, I'm shooting at the eye.
Okay, that's a disadvantage.
Okay.
So you miss.
Ah.
It was worth a shot. I love the called shot.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem too helpful to shoot at a pile of ropes with an arrow, but all right, I'm good.
Okay. Is it my turn? No, it's difficult.
No, it's your turn, Glory.
Oh, sorry. For some reason, I thought Stephanos was before me. Okay, so how big is this mouth? Like, what do I gauge? Do I think this is a pretty?
It's big enough to pull you in. Like
Names.
it could fit half of your body in its mouth.
So it's like a pretty good target, like an easy. Like if I were to throw something into its mouth, like how hard or easy does that gauge?
It's a cold shot, so it's just like the eye. You roll with disadvantage.
Okay, I have. Okay, and then I have another question really quick, just because I have this thing called a silent image. It can't hold anything. I can't scroll down in this thing that pops up. It won't let me like go into it and scroll it, so I can't read all of it. But can I have it hold something?
So let me look at it. You can always look at it in your. Why does it say that you're targeted? Oh, it always targets yourself. It's weird. So when I look at your, is it a spell?
It's an innate spell, I think. I can't
Spellbook?
like the little pop-up doesn't allow me to go into it to scroll down and read everything. It's very annoying.
Yeah.
So you create an image. For example, you create an image, and you hope that the creature will move towards it to investigate.
Oh, but it can't hold anything.
Oh no, it's just an image. It's literally It is what it says. It's a silent image. It's just an image.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna try my luck.
All right.
With this thing, and I'm going to. I have a potion. It's a pale tincture. It needs to be ingested. So a creature subjected to this potion must succeed a DC 16 Constitution saving throw or a take 3 1d6 potion damage and become poisoned. The poisoned creature must repeat the saving throw every 24 hours, taking 3. I guess we're not going to be in.
What are you? Which one are you looking at? I'm trying to track you here.
Sorry.
But I do need you to make a decision because you've used up all of your time already for thinking about this stuff.
Okay, fine. I'm just going to use my bone staff. Whatever. This is frustrating. Okay.
So you did miss. You did miss, but the like on each of your guys' turns, like working through 3 or 4 different things isn't. We don't really have time for that. That you can do at the top of the round, right? That's what the planning session is for at the beginning. Once it gets to your turn, I want you guys to take it as quick as you can. And now somehow I can't close the window I opened for you, Gloria. I don't know what's going on.
I ended the turn.
You ended your turn. You are still, every time on my thing, every time someone's turn takes on, you get targeted somehow. I don't know why. It's very weird. All right, so Stefanos, you see how this is going down. You see this giant ropey looking thing. You haven't gazed into its eye or its mouth yet. But it is about 10 feet from you. And from your nature check, you know that it can reach, its tendrils can go about 25 feet. So doing the math, that's pretty much there's no safe place in the room.
I'm going to take my potion of fire and use my bonus action to breathe fire on him. Oh.
And you hit. Wait, you hit Glory.
Oh.
You have Glory targeted. So you have to untarget Glory. And then you have to roll again, because that may not have hit the roper.
For some reason, the game wants us to hit Glory.
I know. I don't know what's going on. Like, every time anything happens,
So
Glory gets targeted.
Now we all feel my sympathy for me.
I
This
think
is like
that
an ongoing thing.
hopefully your little snuggie is giving you some comfort.
How do you untarget Glory? I can't see so.
I right click.
Something else.
Yeah, just click on the roper.
I am.
You need to use the
Okay.
on the top left. There should be like a 3-circle target icon. You need
Yeah, so
to
that's
select that
highlighted.
first, so that in red, yeah, and then you
Yeah,
should be able to select the roper.
So that's done, and I'm clicking on the roper, and nothing is happening.
I find it easier in the combat tracker if you right click on the characters, it'll say untarget or target depending on the status, and that's always been easier for me.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, I never even tried doing that.
So you also then want to untarget her. So in the combat tracker, untarget Glory.
Right. It's not listed as target for me in my combat tracker.
Oh, interesting. Maybe it's not.
The little dot shows that someone's targeted. Is that?
Yeah,
Thomas?
that's what it means. Yeah.
Well, let me untarget because I've got it targeted. So let me see if I can untarget it. Maybe that's screwing things up.
Try it targeting Glory and then untargeting Glory. Okay, and then
I've
untarget.
targeted Glory.
And now untarget her. Yeah, so you were able to untarget her. Well, make your attack because you're also almost out of time with your turn. or maybe you are out of town. I don't know where that thing.
I just got it.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and take your turn, and if there's applies damage to Glory, then I will undo it.
I was able to target.
The Roper, yeah.
Oh, the Roper. I just lost my potion of fire breath. Is that weird?
Well, you used it.
Oh,
Is that just a little vial of tequila?
exactly. Whiskey for sure. Target, and then if I've already used it, then how would I roll for the damage?
What is it again?
The potion of fire breath.
I'll give you another one back because I think you inadvertently used it on potion of fire breath. Potion of healing, potion of climbing. Let me get it from the compendium. Items. Okay, is it here? Fire. Potion of fire. Breath, you said?
Yep.
Okay, it's not in this one. It must have been. Did you get this when we were in Fantasy Grounds, maybe?
Yeah, but it got transported over.
Trade goods. Give me 1 second. We're almost there. All right, here. It'll be in this one then. Fire. Potion of fire breath. There we go. Okay, it is back in your inventory, I hope.
There it goes. Yep. Usability. Right. Target is made normal.
And this time you did not hit the Roper because it's significantly harder to hit than Glory was. But the good news is you don't really have Glory targeted because it didn't try to hit her. So that's good news for Glory. There you go. Awesome.
So
you have all your movement left. Do you have a bonus attack? I can't remember.
The bonus attack was to do the fire breath on the Roper, so that failed.
All right.
But I'm going to take the rest of my action to move.
Do you have your little play school guy selected again? So it looks like you're trying to move and it doesn't look like it's working.
To move.
Where do you want to move to? Just ping the
sorry.
Like long press on the map like this, and it'll tell me where you want to go.
Oh.
Right there?
Yep.
Just past the main lawn? Oh wait, you can, right about here or here?
Just there, yeah.
There? Okay.
To the left.
Oh, to the left.
Yes.
All right.
And that'll be my turn.
All right.
The Roper must make a DC Wisdom saving throw.
Yep, he's on it.
He has to beat an 18.
Hate that helmet. Why did I give that to you? Normal. Son of a bitch. All right, so what happened? Remind me of this hell that is that helmet.
He is frightened, and so he has disadvantages on ability checks, attack rolls, and cannot come closer to me while I am in line of sight. He cannot willingly move close to me.
All right, so then he's frightened.
Yes.
All right.
Everyone huddle around Dinjarin.
Yep.
So I feel bad because Glory's right there and hasn't moved. So the Roper has multi-attack, as you guys know. Let me open up its character sheet. I think it'd be easier to do it from there. Features. So the first person it's going to target gets 4 attacks. It's going to try to get Glory with the tendril. thwacks her. So +7 to hit. Once the creature hit, target is grappled. All right, so she's now also grappled. Grappled.
Has a +7 to its attacks. Holy.
Yeah. So it's funny. You guys thought the mummy was the big boss.
Holy crap.
That's okay. You're going to experience it right now. So for its second attack, it's going to reel you in. So it's going to, let's see here. Oh, it has to actually, first it has to get you with its tendril. So tendril. And it misses. So you see this tendril sort of thwack by you. And, and that's a real bummer. So because it missed, it's undoing that, and it's going to try to now, with the grappled Gloria, he's going to try to tendril it into its mouth. So it reels it in, and it should have prompted you for something. Oh, no, it just automatically reels it, right? Did it prompt you for anything, Gloria?
No.
No, okay. So that just pulls you towards it.
Right.
So you're now there, and then its last attack is a bite.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's doing all of this. Don't forget, as with frightened and disadvantage. Because
So
of
it fumbled.
stupid Dinjarin. So it fumbled. So let's see what happens to this poor roper. Oh, it's a nasty fumble. Friendly fire. You critically hit an ally with a basic attack. Apply half the damage to them and half the damage to yourself. When you round, they get the brunt of it. So it doesn't have any people, so it will apply all of this to itself. So that means that it is going to critically hit a person. And a crit is double, correct?
Yes.
All right. So give me 2 seconds while I calculate what its bite. So it's 48 plus 4.
Oh.
Oh.
48, and then it's plus 4. Okay, and then half of that again is 2 more d8, and then plus 2. And it rolls. Jesus.
Oh my god.
So it does 34 points of damage to itself.
Guys, the spaghetti is eating itself.
So Glory, that's a lot of blood. So Glory, you see,
Wow.
You've been having a mixed day with things. You just happen to be within reach of every bad guy that's happened today. But this moment, you see this tendril reach out to you, pull you towards it. You see its big mouth, getting ready to hit you and chomp you. And instead, it manages to sort of bite the tendril that it is holding you with. You are no longer grappled.
Cool.
So hold on, let me ungrapple you. And as a bonus, I will let you, without opportunity, move within your normal range, outside of the away from the roper. So I'm turning on free movement for just Glory, so you can move anywhere in the room that you want within, I think, your 30 steps, or you can stay where you are.
So I kind of want to use this pale tincture. I was kind of hoping that it would continue
you don't
to
get a
hold on to
turn.
me.
You don't get to take an action. This is just a bonus because of what happened.
Oh.
that I'm letting you move away from this beast if you would like to. Now it does have a 25-foot reach, and I think you can move 30 feet. So if you move 30 feet in a smart direction, it won't be able to reach you on its next turn, because you don't know if it likes to, if it's going to go after the most wounded first. So if you move that direction, it will have access to you.
This direction?
Yeah,
Go
because
down,
because you moved past it, so you're now only about 15 feet away, 14 or 20 feet away. I'll let you do it again if you want.
Down.
Whatever, that's fine. No,
So
no, I want to stay there.
All right, so I'm putting you back.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell, "Go towards Tyros!"
Well, I'm gonna try
I'm
to get
hidden.
behind it.
Oh, so yeah, you are flanking it, so that's not a bad. Actually, that's not a bad idea. So Alexandria, you're up. You're seeing all this sort of take place. The Roper is frightened until it does its save, right?
Yes, at the beginning of each of its turns, it has to redo the save.
Got it.
Or if it doesn't see me anymore, it also ends the fear, I believe.
Got it. Awesome. All right, so Alexandria, in character, what are you doing?
Well, I'm really sorry. I think in another life we could have been great friends, you and I, but the winds of fate have put us at odds, and I hope you at least feel respected as a worthy adversary.
I don't think that's too honest with me.
Wow, you hit the Roper. That's fantastic, I guess.
Oh shit, you guys, I gotta go.
Oh, it's 11. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. Do you guys want to finish the last two people and then we'll end it today? Sound good?
Well, I don't think Salem's going to do anything. Just enjoy.
Salem is not gonna do anything, but I gotta jump for a meeting.
right.
But thank you.
You jump and then we'll do Dinjarin's turn and then we'll be done.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, and then so it's Salem's turn. Oh, wait, you did do. Oh, you missed the Roper. Okay, so I'm gonna advance the turn. Dinjarin, it's your turn.
All right. I think it's funny that it's afraid of me, so I think I'm invincible pretty much against this thing. So I'm going to move forward.
Does it have to move away when you move towards it?
No, it is just frightened of me. It does not have to move away, but it cannot move towards me. I'm targeting it, and I am going to attack it with my Baphomet's Maul and see if I hit it. What? It says I'm blocked by a wall.
Did we have this problem before?
That was me jumping up onto the sarcophagus, but I mean, there's nothing in Dinjarin's way. Sure you're not blocked by a maul?
Okay, there we go.
Boom!
Ooh.
Oh, so it does come down hard. Jesus.
And because I did hit it, I get a second attack. So I'm going to attack it again with the same thing.
Do your worst, sweetie little man. You just like me.
It's not letting me do it again, a second attack for some reason.
Why is that?
I don't know, the dice are blacked out.
The dice are blacked out?
Oh no, that's how they are. Yeah, I'm clicking the dice, but it's not. Do I not have them targeted anymore, maybe? That's why?
Oh yeah, you have to retarget.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it removes target after every turn on purpose now.
Oh, okay.
Damn it. At least you didn't crit.
Wow.
So another 13 of damage, bringing this Roper down. Man, the whole room is just filling with blood. We're going to roll for initiative, and then we're going to end for the day. So let me reset.
All right.
Ah. Oh, I rolled twice. Oops.
All right. And then next round begins. All right, so you guys are here, and Tempe, you're partially under that lid, but you're not really under the lid. So you guys made short work of the Mummy King, kind of diminishing the word king, and his two henchmen, the two skeleton minotaurs. No one investigated them, but they were minotaurs. The room went silent. You started to look into this, sort of investigate this crypt. Dinjarin was having none of that. Smashed it, and this roper dropped from the ceiling. You're actually making pretty short work of this monstrosity. This is supposed to be a tougher battle than you're making it. You had some pretty good hits. The room is filled with a lot of blood, and almost none of it is yours. Although, worth noting, when you play next time, Alexandria is just over half, Glory is under half, Salem has taken a couple of hits. Everyone else, other than is pretty much unscathed. Dinjarin has little damage, and Tempe has just a nick. But we will pick up here when we next play. So I guess on that note, until the next time on the Smite Force Chronicles. Well, welcome to 2023, everybody. It was a rough start. It was a rough start.
That's good.
Yeah, and just sort of a heads up, love more role playing, and enforcing. We're going to be doing a lot more enforcing of like the turn-based stuff, right? So on your turn, do that thing that you guys agreed upon at the top, with some variations. Like things change, you can adapt. But just want to keep things moving. So I think everyone at some point has sort of slowed down a bit. So not pointing any fingers at anyone specifically, but yeah, we'll just keep this thing moving. All right. Any questions before we drop?
No.
All right. Then I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic weekend and welcome to the new year.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Likewise. See you, everyone.